We're going to go ahead and install the MSI App Player so that we can use it as an Android emulator and run LandStar8 on the PC. First, navigate to msi.com/landing/app player. Go ahead and download that and install it. Next, go to iGage.com. Just click Out at the top, and you're going to select LandStar Distribution, latest version, and download the Android APK to your PC. I've installed the MSI App Player. The first time you open the App Player, you have not yet installed, I think this is the engine or the App Store. A lot of people play games with this, so in the bottom left, click App Player. It's going to say, do you want to install that? And you're going to select yes. And I think this is a different desktop icon even. Now that I have the App Player installed from this engine, it looks just like an Android. And we'll look at some settings in a second. There's also this option to install a local APK just from the engine. So I wanted to show that off because I showed you how to download LandStar. So now I'm installing LandStar8. And when I did that, what happened is it has installed the LandStar8 app as an icon on my desktop. I want to go ahead and give it the permissions that we want. I had to click OK there. We're going to allow everything. And we can download this localization pack in a second. I want to go ahead real quick and show you some settings. So this is not really a program made to run in portrait. So what you can do is set it to portrait. You can change some of these values. And you have to save your changes one at a time, and you have to restart each time. So let's go ahead and restart with the display, and then I'll show you the performance settings with the RAM. There's some ads for the games. They're trying to get you to buy bucks. Don't do it. Okay, your CPU, you can allocate various amount of cores. I'm just going to leave it at 4 cores. You can increase the RAM, which I'll go ahead and do. We'll give it 8 gigs, and a high performance. And all of these look pretty good. We have to restart this again, and those are the only settings that I change. Okay, so I showed you how to install LandStar8 from a local APK on the emulator. What if we hadn't done that? To right click, you just hold on this, uninstall. Okay, so if we hadn't done that, we can make this larger. If you figure out a way to get rid of the game ads or anything like that, I want you to comment below and let us know. We can move Google Chrome here, and we can move this file system here. Just like before, we go to iGage.com, out, LandStar distribution, latest version, and we would download it this way. It goes ahead and installs. When you're navigating the Android device, you can go in here, and this is the back button. This is the home button, and this is the one that opens up all your open apps. So I cleared that out. Now when we open LandStar, same as before, in the first time I showed you, we'll give it all these permissions. There are some things that do not work. Bluetooth does not work. There's no functionality in Android to pass Bluetooth from your Windows device into the emulated device. Okay, we've got our localization pack. And now I'm thinking, how do I get files in here? I want to be able to bring my project file from the TSPS show into here. How do I get it there? Earlier we dragged the media manager over here out, and it will only do horizontal landscape, and we're going to select import from Windows, And then that gives us a view. You don't need to unzip your project files from LandStar. So that's now brought this in. Where does it live? We got to find that. I think it's in DSIM shared folder. So you can see it in imported files, but I'm not sure if LandStar is going to see that. If you're looking at the main view for your Android emulated device, DSIM shared folder. How do we find that in LandStar? We go back here. We go to projects. We select the 3 dots, load from file, parent folder, and then that's where we see DSIM. And I'm looking, and I don't see a shared folder other than going straight to it. Here it is. I have a job in Texas Central. I have images from the demos we did with Visual Survey. Go to one of these. So let's, okay, here we go. We got to, instead of our finger to select, we place our measurer this way. So center of the screen, use Control to zoom, and select, measure successful. So this is a visual RTK point there in Houston on an emulated Android device. Can go back, we can look at our points, we can see that point there. I don't know, maybe it's useful, maybe not. Let me know what you think in the comments.